Now let's take a look over the hardware information for this device. We have the system information. The model number of this device is Micromax A310, and when we take a look over the processor, we have ARM V7 processor clocked at 1.6 GHz or 1.7 GHz to be very approximately, and it is an octa-core CPU. It is MediaTek 6592 chipset, as you can see, and we have the display resolution over there, which is 720 to 1280, and the display resolution on this device is pretty good. You have a pretty good pixel density. I do not see any pixelation on this device as far as display resolution is concerned. We have Mali 400 MP2 GPU, which is good, and we have sensors which includes accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, light sensor. You do not have magnetic field sensor on this device, but GPS navigation works fine on this device provided you are outdoors, and it can log the GPS location pretty easily without any issues. Now let me highlight some of the options which we have on this device as far as photo editing is concerned. So the moment you have any photo which you have clicked from the camera, we do have the option of editing it, and once you go for the edit option, you will see a lot of things that you can actually apply different kind of filters on these photos, so you can make them look differently as per the one which you captured. We do have the option of editing this photo so that we can actually change the focus from one subject to another, and that is something which you can do. Apart from that, we do have the option of adding different kind of frames which is there on this device. You can also control over the exposure and other things, so this is the kind of editing you can do. Apart from this, you also have this widget which will be there on the home screen, which allows you to launch the camera in different modes. So the moment you tap on this one, it will launch the camera in photo mode. In case you would like to take a video directly, you just need to tap over here and it will launch the camera in video mode. So this is really good and helpful. You do have the option of launching the camera in selfie mode. So in this mode, the front camera will become active and you can take a self shot of yourself, and in this case it will be a full screen view. All the other options will be hidden, and this is how you can take a selfie. Apart from this, we do have some other modes as well. We have a front and back mode as well, in which it can take a photo from the front camera as well as from the rear camera. So let me just take a photo from the rear camera first, and this is the camera shutter key as of now, and the moment it has taken that photo, it will take the photo from the front camera now. Again, this button will be acting as a shutter key, and this is how it will merge both of these photos. And now you can share this photo to Facebook, Twitter, and you can also transfer it to other phones by using Bluetooth. We do have a stable mode as well, and this is the most interesting mode. In this mode, it will give you a graph. So the moment you actually are taking any photo, in case the device is not stable, if it is shaking in your hand, it will give you these waves, and these waves will become bigger when you shake it more. But if you actually hold it stable, it will try to focus on the subject which is there in the center, and the moment it is stable, it will automatically take that photo. So let me just show this. So now it will wait for the stable mode. So once you press the camera shutter key, it will wait for the device to become stable, and then it will take the photo automatically whenever it feels like that the device is stable. So the moment you hold it for a second in a stable mode, it will take the photo, and the photo will come pretty good in terms of clarity as well as in terms of details. It will be very good. So this is how you can actually take better photos on this device, even when you think that the device might be shaking in your hand. Or now let me show you how does the refocus will work on this device. For example, we have taken this shot from the camera, and now if you would like to do the refocus, we can just tap over here to bring up the option, and here we have the option of doing the focus on part. So in case you set this option and then you specify a part of the photo which you would like to focus and other things should not be in focus, you just need to set focus over here, and this way everything else will go blur, whereas the thing which you actually select in this case will be in focus. So this is how you can actually have a photo in which you can set the refocus. I can do it for another photo as well. So in this photo we have this panda, so I would like to focus on the panda only, and everything should be blurred. So in this case I just need to tap over here. Okay, not here, let me just go back. So I need to tap on the settings menu key, and then I need to select on focus on part, and here I will select this particular panda only, and once I select it, I can select set focus, and after this it will process the photo to have this thing in focus, and everything will get blurred. So even when it was blurred or it was not, it will do that once you set any specific object which is there and which you would like to focus, and everything should be blurred. So this is how you can actually have a bokeh effect on this particular device for any of the photo which you might have captured from this device. Or you accidentally shake it when you take a photo. I can show you the storage scenario as well. On the storage front, this device has 8 GB of internal storage, out of which approximately 5.68 GB is available to the user. But again, we have installed a couple of applications and games, and that is why the available storage is slightly less, but you get around 5.6 GB. So approximately 5.6 GB is something you will get. You also have the option of changing the default write disk. That means you can actually install certain part of the application on the SD card. You can also install applications on the SD card, and we will show you that. So once you insert an SD card, you will see the option of changing the default write disk, in which some of the application will actually store some part of their data on the SD card, and that is how you can actually work on this device when it comes to storage problem in case you face it. We have application scenario over there. We have 2 GB of RAM on this device. So 2 GB of RAM is there on this device, and out of 2 GB of RAM you have around 867 MB of RAM free, which is fairly good, and you have around 1.1 GB which is being used. So amount of free RAM which we have on this device is fairly good, and the device is responsive enough. Apart from this, we do have the option of sharing internet as well. So you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot as well on this device and share the 3G internet, which is definitely a good thing. And you have support for USB tethering and Bluetooth tethering as well. Apart from this, let's take a look over the phone dialer. So we have the phone dialer over there. On the phone dialer itself, we have this dialer which is easy enough to dial any number, and when it comes to the video call option, we do have that. So video call option is there, speed dial option is also there, and then you have other options which are related to calling. When it comes to the messaging application is again kind of stock Android. So you can see this is the kind of messaging application you will get. But one thing which I really like about this device is that you also get this keyboard, which is the swipe keyboard. So you have this Swift key keyboard which will come pre-installed. So the moment you actually set up this device, it will give you the option to use a Google keyboard or a Swift keyboard, and I selected this keyboard, and this keyboard does allow you to do swipe to type. So this is something which I really like, because this extra keyboard is coming pre-installed in this device without you required to pay anything for it. And you do have swipe to type, and swipe to type is much smoother, and it does give you these suggestions as well at the top. However, the keys are also pretty big to type. They give you a pop-up, and you will not face any kind of problem while typing on this device. You can always type in the landscape mode as well. So all these things you can do. So now we are playing a video from our channel, and this is a high definition video which we are playing. When it comes to the quality at which this video is getting played, it is high definition, which is good. And when it comes to the viewing angles, I can show you the viewing angles as well. So you can see that the viewing angles on this device are pretty wide. You can see the display from almost any angle without any issue, which is good. I can just give you a preview about the overall sound quality. So this is how the overall sound quality will look like. So as you might have experienced that the sound is pretty loud, but again not too loud on this device, and the loudspeaker is actually at the back side, which is again not a very great design, because if you place it like this on a table, the sound will get muffled, but it will not get blocked completely. So again, the sound is pretty loud, but not the loudest, and the video playback is definitely very good on this device. It can play high definition videos both at 720p and 1080p without any issues.